Welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit, coming to you today from my secret underground headquarters, deep underneath the third page of MTG Arena. You'll never find me there, coppers. Anyway, because we are currently living in a new Capenna-less world, we're still taking a look at what Kamigawa Standard is providing us. And today I am playing a deck that is referred to as BANT Tokens. BANT because we're playing with white, green, and blue. It's not a whole lot of blue. We just got enough to apparently get some Disdainful Strokes in here to try to keep those 4 or greater mana value cards your opponent might enjoy from going anywhere good. So let's take a look at the deck and then give it a play. At the low end, we start off with Luminarch Aspirant, which will keep pumping one of your creature up by 1 each combat phase, just by 1. We've got then the Disdainful Stroke I talked about, which counters target spell but has to have a mana value of 4 or greater, but only costs you 2 to play, which is pretty awesome. We got the Prosperous Innkeeper. That little guy, when he comes into play, you'll create a treasure token, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. So he just kind of, gets you started in the right direction and then just keeps you with a little bit of life. It's a great way to start off the game. He's like a cup of coffee. We got the Tangled Florahedron, which could either be a land or it could be a creature that provides you mana and the ability to attack. So depending on how things are going, usually I'm playing this thing for the creature because, you might need that extra point of damage every once in a while. We got Wedding Announcement. This is a big guy from the Vampire set a couple sets ago. It's an enchantment that comes into play. This really should be kind of like a saga, but what happens is that you gain a counter on it each turn, and let's see, if you attack with 2 or more creatures, you draw a card. So therefore, if it thinks that you have enough creatures, you get a card. Otherwise, you get a little 1/1 human token, which is a creature apparently. And then at the end of the 3 turns, it becomes a transform. It transforms into a Glorious Anthem, which is super nice. We got the Welcoming Vampire, which is a flying 2/3, and whenever 1 or more creatures, the power of 2 or less, enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. You only get 1 card per turn, but Wedding Announcement will make it happen, Luminarch will make it happen, Prosperous Innkeeper, and Tangled Florahedron will make it happen. So there's a lot of things in here that will totally help you out with getting that extra card from Welcoming Vampire. We got the Skyclave Apparition, who is a 2/2, and when the spirit comes into play, you get to exile a target non-land, non-token permanent that you do not control with a mana value of 4 or less. That's a lot to say. A lot of things you're not able to exile. And then when this card gets killed, then they get back a illusion token XX, where X is the mana value of whatever it is that you exiled. So a lot of times this thing kind of makes its own problems, but it could help. It could help. You just got to, everything has got issues. We got Legion Angel. There's only 1 in the deck, and over in our sideboard we got the other 3, because when the Legion Angel comes into play, then you get to go get another Legion Angel from outside the game, which means your sideboard, and you just keep pulling them in. So eventually you're going to have a bunch of 4/3 Flying Angels running around, and that's not bad. Now speaking about Flying Angels, we got Starnheim Unleashed, which you get to create a 4/4 White Angel token with Flying and Vigilance. You could also foretell it, in which case then you can pump a bunch of mana into it and pump out a bunch of Angels potentially. So good luck with that one. This one's always awesome in my opinion. Wandering Angel, one of the best cards out of the last set. It's a Flash Planeswalker, which is always cool. And then on the turn that she comes into the battlefield, you can use any of her abilities, which includes exiling target tapped creature. So she doesn't really have any super ability you're building up to. It's just -2, exile tapped creature, you gain 2 life. So other than that, you get to put out Samurais, and you get to put +1 counters on creatures you control, on any target creature actually, and they gain first strike as well for that turn. Esika's Chariot, the counter copier. So Esika's Chariot is we'll put out 2/2 cats, and then you can crew up. You just need to have at least 4 power, whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to tap up, right? And then every time it attacks, you get to copy a token creature that you have. Sorry, I keep thinking of them as counters, but they're tokens. And so if you have some angels out, you can make additional angels. If you got 1/1 humans out, you can make those if you wanted to. I don't know why you would unless you got nothing better to do. But the other big thing is you got Wrenn and Seven, who puts out those tree folk. That's really the combo there, is Esika's Chariot and Wrenn and Seven. Because you put out Wrenn and Seven, you put out tree folk whose power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. Now this isn't a big land deck. There's not like any way that you're getting more land. I mean, Wrenn and Seven puts out her own land. So there's that. And the top side, you can do a -8, and it says you return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand, and you get an emblem that says you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. So you still have to pay for them. You'd have to still pay to put these things out that got wiped out earlier. But Wrenn and Seven is a pretty fun card, and yeah, teaming together with a lot of other stuff you got going on here. This could be cool. We got Emeria's Call, which could be a land, or you can put out 2 4/4 white angel tokens with flying, and then all of your non-angels are indestructible until your next turn. So more angel tokens. So you see, there's a bunch of tokens. Why it's called BANT tokens. We've got Cave of the Frost Dragon. So you got a 3/4 flyer, but you have to have this card plus 5 other mana to be able to make it happen. So it's a bit spendy. We got Ian Janjo, which will do 4 damage to target blocking or attacking creature. Of course, you have to use it from your hand, not from not as a land on the field. So you got to make a choice. We got Lair of the Hydra. There's 2 of those, so it's more man lands. I'm always a big fan. And what else we got here? A bunch of dual lands, a little bit of fast lands, not too much. What is that, 1? That's kind of kooky. So yeah. Not a whole lot going on there in the land other than some man lands. So as we can see, yeah, we had the 3 Legion Angels on the sideboard, and that is the deck. So let's check it out and see how well it does. And we're playing against Ezekiel. And we got, let's see, 2 lands, a 3rd land. So that's enough. We got blue-wise, nothing. So it looks like we'll be ignoring the Disdainful Stroke for a while. But you know what? That's cool because you can't, you have to go up against mana pounds of 4 or greater anyway. We're going to keep it. All right, so we have a green already. We got some green in our hand. Let's put this out as a white, because we'll probably play the Tangled Florahedron at some point. And the question is, why not now? So the Skyclave Apparitions will be able to take those guys out. Just said I need another land. Oh, here we go. There's a Skyclave Apparition doing Skyclave Apparitions want to do. So the deal is I could Skyclave his Skyclave and get a 2/2 out of the deal. Okay, so I could take a land immediately by doing that, which is probably the best course of action. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, there you go. Playing crazy. Playing all crazy. I don't have anything to pay it, so it's going to have to go out as a land then. Oh man, we are just in the hole. I can definitely play Skyclave Apparition on next turn. I should probably go after the Skyclave Apparition on his side, just so that we can start a cascade of removing his guys. Here's a blue, that's great. But we're going to Skyclave anyway. Let's take out actually this guy because he's got 3 for defense. So let's see. I have the ability to put out one angel at this point. There's a Legion Angel. Might have to do it just to counter that thing. All right, I'm going to start a Cascade effect. He'll get a 1 out of it. I'll get a 2. And I'll put out a... What's on the flip side of this anyway? White, huh? I got 2 whites. Let's just put this as a green. I can put out at this point, what, 2 angels? Up, up. Alright, no attacks, because I'm not going to lose my dude on an angel. So yeah, he's got another Liege Angel in hand, but I'm still, you know, our angels will kill each other, essentially. What I got to do is I got to Disdainful Stroke those Legion Angels. I just got to leave my mana open for it, though. So I'm in a good defensive position at the moment. He needs another mana to be able to use his man land. And he's going after an angel. Oh, he can't go after the tokens. He was hoping to. Doesn't work out that way, though, does it? Alright, death, death, death. Keep up the pressure, huh? 1. Let's go ahead and 2. And lastly, 3. He's so close. So close. Alright, so I need 2 mana for the blue, therefore I can still play a 3, which is good. Mana power of 2 or less will get me just some life. I got more enough to take out the things he's got coming at me at the moment. And should I press the attack at all? Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to nip this Legion Angel stuff in the bud. Do it! This is where BANT comes into play. He's going after my Welcoming Vampire. He's got the 5th mana he needs now. Yeah, he's going to start going over the top of me here. Alright. So if I still want to be able to keep the Legion Angels in place, Starnheim is not the right move for me. Skyclave Apparition, and I could take out another Skyclave Apparition. Let's do that. Alright, and so we still got our 2 available. Next to combat. And we'll swing in. And he's got Vigilance, which is generally quite awesome. I could play this as a land, and I am... Is it a land? No, it's Foretell again. Might just have to do that. It's going to cost me 2 to Foretell it. I could definitely use another 2 more. Here we go. Now he can't go get another angel out of his sideboard, and I think he's screwed. I think that's the end of him. Unless he had 2 and 2. Okay, I really like the idea of the wedding announcement at this point. Alright, let me jinx it by saying things are looking up for Dr. Suckit. There we go. Now I should be dead in 2 turns. He's got those crawling barons. He keeps eyeballing them. I know he wants to bump them up. But it's going to take them all to grow that stuff. And Skyclave taking that out. Problem is I'm going to get a 3 out of the deal, and now he's got a 3. We're still way too evenly matched, other than the fact that I have a... Wait, how did I not get mine? Oh, because he took it. I'll have to kill mine before I get his, before I get mine back. Disdainful Stroke. All right, so we are going to go ahead and put this into the Foretell category. Still got the ability to block, and plenty of goodness coming on. Let's nix our way into combat. Send in the Angel. Lethal next turn. I have a Disdainful Stroke, holding everything back. I can't do anything about that. See you later, Angel. Good thing is that I think on the end of my next turn, Wedding Announcement's going to Glorious Anthem. My biggest hope is that he attacks at the Skyclave that's holding down my Skyclave so I can get back another 3/3 out of the deal. He should really start pounding me as hard as he can right now would be his deal. I got Starnheim coming out. Oh, still I can't do anything about these guys. He's coming in under my Disdainful Stroke ability. So yeah, so you haven't gained mana forever. Since the last time I put out the Angels, that was the last time I got anything. Alright, so we are going to kill the 3/3. We are going to kill this 2. We are going to go... Oh, should we just take out the 1/1s? That way we could potentially chump block on the Skyclave in the future. Alright, here we go. I'm going to put out now 2 Angels. And I'm going to continue to block, so no attacks. They don't have Vigilance, then they don't do anything. Now see, that's such a sweet move right there. I do not have the ability to Disdainful Stroke, though. He does have the ability to put up his dragon, or his the dragon man land. But I've completely got him outclassed at the moment. And lethal if he doesn't have a solution to my 2 Angels, because he's only got 1 flyer. I guess he could block with the other dragon is his only recourse. So he's got to keep that other dragon open if he doesn't have something in his hand, because it's got to jump up in front of the other Angel. Nope, you're losing it, dude. You're losing it. Unless you could pump. What do you got, like a Wanderer in your hand? Even then, you're still not strong enough. You can get him up to 4. I wouldn't doubt if he just doesn't give up at any second here. And as the deck promises, BANT tokens showing all tokens at the moment. All tokens. There he goes. This is probably just an attempt to lose things. We'll go ahead and kill everything, really. Yeah, he was just desperate. Good game. Victory! And we're playing against Esteban. Hello, Esteban. Your sword looks incredibly fragile. We got 4 mana. There we go. Yep, let's keep it. I don't think that's a noise that crabs make. I really don't. Alright, so do we wait until rounds of land? It doesn't really matter. This guy's not going to be coming on just for the attack. Disdainful Stroke will probably be our best friend, but we have no blue mana. So we'll start off with a slow land since we got nothing better to do. Oh, there's our blue. And put that on my next turn. Yeah, he's playing a 100% mill deck. It looks like it's mono blue mill rather than like a is it mill so far. There is blue, and let's go ahead, and I'm not making it through that wall, but whatever. We'll play it as a creature. Yeah, our flyers, Wrenn and Seven will be nice, but we'll just have to ramp up to it because we're going to go slowly into this good night. And I can't sit around and do nothing. We hold the Disdainful Stroke. I guess I got at least another turn before he can even cast anything that's more than enough. We'll pop this one out, put out our Welcoming Vampire. Because our ramp from this point forward is, it's this Vampire, Legion Angel, and then Wrenn and Seven. No attacks. Yeah, I just can't sit around for Disdainful Stroke. I know he's gonna try to do the Hideous Laughters against me. What do you just do? Double up on things? Yeah, he's going for one right now. That's a 2. I think the other one's a 3, so I don't think Disdainful Stroke's gonna help at all. It's just a race at this point, and we're on the slow side. Here I am protecting my life, the one thing that does not matter at all at this point. I don't need another blue, so we'll take that out, go for the Legion Angel. Grab our next one, and come on in for the attack. Here we go. 2. I mean, I could just keep up on the Legion Angels. Wrenn and Seven will create a Tree Folk. He's not all that strong, though. What's my deck down to now? 7. Yeah, I'm not making it anywhere. This game is almost over. I was hoping to be like in the mid-20s or something, but yeah, that didn't work out. Even if he does nothing, I'm not sure I can kill him. At 5 turns I could kill him at this point, but we'll see. So he's got a bunch of blockers going on. I can play the Wrenn and Seven. Why did it say I could play the Wrenn and Seven? Let's see. Create our Tree Folk. And do I care? He's got a blocker for the flying. Let's just go in for the flyer. Yeah, okay. What am I down to? 6. You can't take out the Tree Folk. Alright, whatever, man. They're both going after him. Alright, who's going to be my biggest problem in the future? It's not going to be the girl on the floor. Alright, I'm down to 3 at this point. I can put out another Luminarch, but what's that really going to gain us? Flying is our best ability at this point. Here's another one. I got 2 mana left, really? Oh, this guy's our extra mana, that's why. Sure, let's go ahead and Luminarch up like that. Alright, and Judo, chop! All attack. If he pulls a land, we're totally dead. And there we go. Okay. There's my feelings right there. Curses to you, Esteban. Curses. Alright, now we're playing against... Who is this? Doji? Alright, we've got 3 mana, which is a good amount. We'll keep it. Do we have any green coming up here? None. Wow, that's craziness. Alright, slow land. I was really hoping the Prosperous Innkeeper on the next turn. I guess there's always a chance that we'll get a green on the next draw, and we got it. Prosperous Innkeeper. That way the Luminarch can pump them and give me some life. Heck, we can even Luminarch on our wedding announcement on our next turn. And there goes the Doom Scar. Wedding announcement. Ooh, double wedding announcement is so nice. All attack. There's a lot of cards out there that if you get 2 out at the same time, it's great. You know what I saw recently was Meat Hook Massacre. That is a legendary, but somebody played Mirror Box, and they're able to have multiple Meat Hook Massacres out. Oh, it's so good. Alright, I'm going to... Is this already a blue over there? That's all I ever need, so I'm going to white it. Wedding announcement again. Oh, is this a legendary? Let me cancel, see what's going on here. I don't understand what the deal is. This is not legendary. Change, auto pay to confirm, or pay to, whatever. Oh, probably because of that thing right there. Okay. Another creature right now. Let's do Luminarch. Yeah, that'd be great. Auto pay. Alright, so I should probably start choking back a little bit because of the Doom Scar. He needs another... He could play it at any time if that'd be the case. Alright, him, I'd be looking at those wedding announcements. Of course, I'm going to be drawing cards because I got plenty of creatures out. If you're to kill all my dudes, which is what he's thinking about right now, then the problem is the wedding announcements are going to start putting dudes out instead. He's playing Orzhov control. My guys just aren't beefy enough to control. I'm going to play it for green. He's got another Legion Angel in his mix. But for this turn, we're doing all right. God, I really don't want the Doom Scars to screw me over, so I'm going to do this. We're going to pump this guy up to a 3, because that means I can kill the Legion Angels. I was going to just spread the wealth a little bit. There's my own Legion Angel. Plenty of Wandering Emperors, too. There's the Doom Scar. He gets back nothing. He gets back his 4/4. That's still pretty decent on his part, though. Alright. No, I don't even have any other blues, so we'll just let that go at the moment. I'm going to Legion Angel it. We got another Doom Scar there. I think he's afraid. So I'm going to choke back a little bit. Well, I can put the Aspirant out. Because that might bait out the other Doom Scar at this point. In which case, we still got a number of good things in our hand. There it is. And that was his turn, pretty much. Another Doom Scar, possibly. There we go. Auto pay. Grab another one. put out the Florahedron, who will be a 3/3 because of the wedding announcements. We're still way too dangerous, and we just made it through 2 Doom Scars. I really hope that's not a 3rd Doom Scar, but it could easily be. If I was him, I'd let it play out because we got the other. If he's not going to play his existing Legion Angel, there it is. I think we've been fairly good despite how desperate he's been. All right, I'm going to blue up on this one because we have enough of everything else. I'm going to go ahead and put on my other Legion Angel and grab the next one, and then we're going to go ahead and turn this into a 1/1, which is going to get me a 3/3 out of deal. Come in for the attack. All right. Next turn, we're looking good. We'll be able to do 9 points of damage, provided he doesn't have another Doom Scar in his hand. Yeah, that was my. I get to keep my favorite wedding announcement there. All right, let's take a look here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Let's just do this. Was it 4? Yep, that's it. Oh, I could have done one more. He's trying to bait me into putting out put out some more creatures. Is that my last one? We'll find out in a second. He's looking at his Doom Scar. He's trying to control like crazy right now. He's got the ability to play another one if whatever I put out. Emeria's Call is only going to give me 2. Okay, I think he's starting to think he's in a good position. He's flooding the field. He thinks he's got it. What do I have to pay for this? 3 life? I'll pay it. Take the action. And we're done. So I'm guessing he's probably going to go after the Wandering Emperor. Doesn't know I have 2 more in my hand. The Skyclave Apparition can take out the other Legion Angel. That lesson from the eye twitch is not going to be something I particularly care for too much. All Alright, so Legion Angel can be the fodder of another Wandering Emperor. Yeah, okay, good. What's he going to pull? The emblem thing? Nope, a land. Alright. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8 mana is what I got. Yeah, he's trying to learn up like crazy. He's going through his sideboard. I don't have the ability to take out, there we go, the mascot exhibition. Skyclave can't take out tokens. The big thing is Emeria's Call. If I put him out though, he will Doomscar again. So that's the big deal. I kind of have to wait until he tries to play his hand and I put out the others. This leaves me with 5. I could potentially play another Wandering Emperor if I wanted to, but I think I'll just choke that out. And here he comes with the block. So he'll gain a life, go up to 7. Or he's just going to let through. Maybe he'll just use his, he doesn't have the mana for it. So as him, I'd try to kill the Skyclave Apparition so I can at least get back a, what does this thing cost? 2? He'll get a 2/2 token out of the deal. He's going to probably go for the mascot exhibition. At which point then I'll have to put out the angels. It's only 2 of them. Because I'll be able to take out one of my angels with whatever that mixed color is called. I can't read it upside down. I don't want to touch it because at which point he'll know I'm thinking about it. Here he's looking at it. Rite of Oblivion. He's looking at the Skyclave, I would bet. Or maybe it's the wedding festivities. All right, here we go. We'll go for a white. Time to put out the angels. Auto pay. These guys are indestructible. He could block one of them, but the other one's going to either get through or he'll die. Something will die. Yeah, it's dead. Okay, I got to remember I've got myself a man land that could help out on my next turn. And actually this very turn, I can make him into a 1/1 if I need to. These guys have vigilance? Nope, just flying. Okay, so he's looking at his Rite of Oblivion. He knows he's got to take out one of the angels. He's got a pest he can sacrifice for it. But he was just going to Doomscar after this turn. He doesn't care. He doesn't have any man lands, though. Yeah, that's a Doomscar move if I've ever seen it. Pass the blockers. Pretend like I don't know what's about to happen after this turn is over. I'll take my 1 point of damage. He'll end up gaining 1. He won't have, let's see, what can he sacrifice with this? Sacrifice, and he's got his treasures he can sacrifice if I put an Emperor. So it means if I put an Emperor out, I've got to get out a Samurai, so at least I got a dude on the ground. But if he does nothing, my man land can take him out. What is this? Instant? Nope, it's a sorcery. He's dead if he doesn't do something right now. He's got to put at least 1 blocker out. But he's gonna, there it goes. How do my guys have indestructible still? I don't remember. Until my next turn. Okay, so the turn they come out and the following turn they have indestructible. Sorry, dude, it's looking pretty bleak for you. You can't... Well, you can exile them, so that'll work out fine. Three mana. Not going to help you out too much. But you'll get a guy back. That really is your best play. Disdainful Stroke. Let's just go ahead and make this guy... Oh, he's got 7. He's going to live through it, no problem. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we leave 4 open, 1, 2, 3, or 2 is all we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 5er. Yep, that looks good. Auto pay. Okay, so he's got to sacrifice his token. He's going to put out, he's got the ability to put out a Samurai on his next turn with the Wandering Emperor, but that'll be it for her. I got a Disdainful Stroke to block anything that's going to cost 4 or greater. We got plans. We got plans. Here comes the Samurai. Yeah, it all depends. What do you got? What's that 1 card in your hand, my friend? I hope it costs 4 or more. Because I'm a blue player and I'm itching to counter. Don't leave you eyeballing me, eyeball. There it is. And suck it! Suck it! Alright, so your only choice is to pop out a Samurai at this point. Use it to kill the Prosperous Innkeeper and then I manland you to death. You're dead. Time to give up. Here we go. Good game. Esika's Chariot. Is that really a lot of fun? Yeah, let's do it. What does this leave me with here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy's going to become a 3. I still have an extra mana. There we go, game's over. Woo, victory, victory! Love the smell of victory in the morning. All right, so this is BANT Tokens. And with just the barest sliver of control, this deck has managed to just be a victorious landslide of super awesomeness. So let me see, what was the MVP of this deck? You know, the funny part, for me, the MVP of the deck is stupid ass Disdainful Stroke. There's 4 of them in there. They cost 2. It's the only blue card. Yet for me, this card just was, you know, coming in at the right time to take out the right cards. What's great about it is that I'm kind of an impulse player. If I got mana and I got a card I can play, I'll probably play it. I always feel like whatever, you know, if there's no better time to play cards in the present. But Disdainful Stroke forces me to wait until the mana is at least 4 or greater. Now, in some of the decks we were playing today, they had a lot of stuff that was under 4, and that kind of sucked. But it's nice to be kind of held back, because that way you're playing that card when it really matters, when they're playing the blue ones. Like the Invoke Despair, that was such an incredible block. Because that could have been really a game-changing moment for the game, where I had the advantage and it could have slid their direction with that one card alone. But Disdainful Stroke stopped it. The other one that was really great was it it's the one with the angels. It's Emeria's Call, right? It cost us 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Which is usually why I have such a hard time with this deck, with this particular card. I mean, is because I just can't get up to 7, and you're getting 2 angels out of it, which is pretty good. And that all your non-angels gain indestructible till the end of turn. And in my, I don't know, when I'm playing this, which is usually like in an angel deck, it seems like, well, all the rest of my decks, our cards are all angels. But in this case, we had a lot. We had everything else was non-angel for the most part, and those things got indestructible. And the great part was that they had indestructible in my opponent's turn as well. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was just till like the end of the turn or something like that. That was so good. It really saved our bacon in this last game. That Emeria's Call is indestructible for the other creatures. You know what? I hate Esika's Chariot. It's too good, and I'm kind of glad it didn't show up. And then when it did, it was at the very end when we didn't get to use it, because I kind of feel guilty when you use it because it is too good. Like you saw at the double wedding announcement, putting +2/+2 on all my creatures as soon as they came out, making the Tangled Florahedron worthy of being in the game. Doing 3 points of damage, that's just ridiculous. Same thing with the Prosperous Innkeeper. So altogether, I mean, this deck worked so well, and it was putting out counters all the time. The man lands in here were doing a great job. It just, everything tied together nicely. I didn't need to draw extra cards because the cards, I mean, it would be nice to have got more cards, I suppose, but I wasn't digging for specific cards. Every card was a threat in its own way. You know, maybe I was just lucky, you know, because, you know, the shuffler a lot of times goes out of the way to screw you over. Maybe you just pass me like lands constantly or give me lands I don't need. But in this deck, you know, it just worked out very well. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say I thought this is an A-level deck. I'm not going to say A+ because it is a little slow. As we saw when we were going up against that mill deck, I did not have the speed to make it past what was going on there. So, because we needed to be able to bust through those rune crabs, and we needed something that had to be able to do at least 3 points of damage, and we didn't have it for quite a while. So it doesn't have the speed to perform against the super aggro decks. Probably the Naya runes will probably rip it apart just because those things get too big too quickly, and there's practically no removal in this whatsoever. I mean, your biggest removal is Skyclave Apparition. If played right, it would work well because you'd be able to, I'm talking about fighting another deck, but you'd be able to take out those little mana dudes and just wipe all of that, all the enchantments and counters off of them at that point. And then at the end, if they kill the Skyclave Apparition, they get back like a 1/1 or a 2/2 token. Good for them. Good for effing them. So this deck's definitely got some ability to pop people in the chops. You know, you can't beat every deck, but this deck is going to give you a lot of fun for a long ways going forward. So I hope you have as much fun with this deck as I did. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.